This question says, the bob of the pendulum is at its left peak. What are the chances that it will collapse the tower? Is it A, highly likely, B, not likely, or C, impossible? So again, what we see in the image is the pendulum at its left peak, which means it's at the farthest distance to the left, a distance d, and at its maximum height. Now, at this position, the potential energy will be at its maximum and the kinetic energy will be at a minimum. So the potential energy, or PE, will be greater than the kinetic energy. And again, moreover, the potential energy is at a maximum, and the kinetic energy isn't just at a minimum, the kinetic energy is equal to 0. So at this position, at the left peak, there will be no motion of the pendulum, and therefore there will be only potential energy. Now, eventually, the pendulum will swing back towards its right peak, which will essentially just be a reflection of what we see here. And it will look something like this. Now here, at the right peak, we essentially have the same thing. We're going to have the potential energy be greater than the kinetic energy. The potential energy will be at a maximum, the kinetic energy will be at a minimum, and again, the kinetic energy will be equal to 0. And here, at its rightmost peak, if the kinetic energy will be equal to 0, well then there is no chance to collapse the tower. The pendulum would need to have a lot of kinetic energy if it was able to apply enough force to the tower to see it collapse. But again, the kinetic energy is 0, and the potential energy is at a maximum. And because of this, we know that the chances of it collapsing the tower are 0. It is impossible with 0 kinetic energy.